So I'm going to go back to the main start screen here for the project, and through the project navigator I'm going to go to the main storyboard area here to see what I currently have running with my tab app. So this is the first view that we see of the storyboard window, and you can see we've got an in point here starting with the tab bar controller window. The tab bar controller is essentially our controller that we will see the other views or the other view controllers which are part of the tabbed application. So essentially these are different windows that are going to be revealed through the tab bar controller. And if we did nothing else but simply ran this application out of the box and simply build and run, you can see that the window comes up here, and I'm currently viewing it with an iPhone Retina 3.5-inch display. I'm going to switch that to a 4 here in a second. But even so, it's working correctly, and we've got two tab views, the first view and the second view here, which work just fine. So I'm going to stop this, and before I forget, I'm going to switch to iPhone Retina 4-inch 64-bit here with my controller. So I've got a larger iOS simulator running. So now we're ready to take a look at how we actually customize these tab views. The first way to do it is simply to go into the existing tab views and change them. So we can simply click on these labels, which is all they are in the template, and just say hello, and go down to the second area here and say this is my first page, and then we can change this to hi again, and this is my second page. So obviously these are just labels, and we could go ahead and replace the labels. We could even add a little bit of interactivity, as we did in our interactive tutorial previously, to any of these tabs and treat them just like any single iPhone interface. But what I want to show you here is how to create our own view controller, to add a custom view controller of our own, a third app, a third view controller to our tab app. And to do that, we're going to go back to our navigator, project navigator area here, and simply click on File, and we're going to go up to the File menu. We're going to go to New, and we're going to go New File, not New Project, but we're going to choose New File. And we're going to choose Cocoa Touch Objective-C class. So we're going to create a new Objective-C class and click Next. And you can see it should default to View Controller. If it doesn't, say View Controller class, you want to make sure that you click on this subclass of pop-up menu and you choose UI View Controller. So that is going to give us a new instance of the View Controller class. And because we've already got a first and second view controller over here, you can see in our navigator area, we're going to call this the third view controller class, or third view controller. Click Next, and we're going to save this new class into my tab app and click Create. Now it's taken us away from the interface area, and I want to actually get back there. So I'm going to just take a look over here in the project controller area. You can see that it's created a third view controller header and a third view controller implementation file. I'm going to go back to main storyboard, and I'm going to actually minimize this window a little bit so I can see the layout a bit better. And then I'm going to go down to the objects area, the object library, and the very first object that we have in the object library is the view controller, and that's what we want to add here to add our third tab. So we're going to click and drag that out. And so here is a brand new view controller window as part of our storyboard. And in order to make that a part of our tabbed application, we are going to go back to the tab bar controller itself, and we're going to control, click and drag all the way to our new third view controller. And when you release it, you'll see that you have a pop-up menu that asks, do you want to do a manual segue, push, modal, custom, or relationship? And the last one is view controllers, and that's what we want to do. We want to add it as a view controller. So now you can see there's another arrow that's going up there, and it's linked it as part of our tab view controller. And if we zoom back in a little bit here, you can see that it's added this third one here, although it's just called icon. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's just called icon at the moment. So what we want to do is we want to scroll on over here a little bit and see this new view controller that we've created. And we're going to select the view controller that we've created by simply clicking on the dark view controller bar down the bottom here to select it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the property inspector, and we're going to go to the identity inspector here, click on that, and we get here the first little field says custom class. And you can see right now it's got it labeled as a generic UI view controller, but we're going to click on that because we've created a brand new view controller class called third view controller. You should see it in that pop-up menu and choose it. So now we've named this view controller the third view controller, and we can control it by adding code to the third view controller H file and the third view controller header file. So we're going to go back to main storyboard, and we're not quite done with this yet. We're going to go over to the show attributes inspector, click on that, and take a look and see here everything's set okay. But where it says view controller title, we're going to put in here third view controller, and then we're going to click on the item button at the bottom of the view controller itself, and click on that now and add our own custom image that we created for this tab icon. And so to begin with, we simply go to the bar item, and we're going to call it third. You can call it whatever you want. And then where it says image, and you can see that third, it replaced the text with third down here in the tab. And then from the image pop-up area, we're going to click on that and choose third, which is the custom tab icon that we created. So you can see now we've got our third tab icon in here, the name third, and I'm just going to add a label in here just so that we know that it is actually the third tab when this page opens, and just put a label in here and say this is my third tab. And so now I can run this and see if my brand new ViewController is accessible through my tabbed application and running correctly. So I'm going to make sure I've got iPhone Retina 4-inch selected and build and run. And so you can see that it's launching in the iPhone Retina 4-inch screen, and it says, hello, this is my first page. You can see my third icon is down here. Hi again, this is my second. And then I click on the third icon and it says this is my third app. So my tabbed app is running correctly. I've created a third ViewController here that I'm ready to start adding some interactivity to in the next video tutorial.